Beauty mist can make my legs look good. Imagine what they'll do for yours.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for brand campaigns with the most disarmingly strange or ill-fitting star power.
Get your anonymous online quote with low payments and ride with the general.
Perfect!
Number 20, Swift cover, Iggy Pop.
I just got the insurance quote for my wheels texted to my phone. I demanded a quote 60 seconds ago. You think I'm selling car insurance? Well, I'm not. I'm selling time.
A rowdy rock star could probably use reliable insurance. Maybe the wild American Iggy Pop was the right frontman for a 2009 campaign for the British insurance company Swift cover. The Advertising Standards Authority didn't think so. They banned the ads for misleading consumers, as the Gimme Danger singer wouldn't have been eligible for a policy. The campaign resumed in 2011, with Iggy being accompanied by a creepy marionette clone called Little Iggy. Of course, all of the adverts were bizarre in their frantic pacing to demonstrate Swift cover's speedy service and the godfather of punk's own outrageous image. Accusations of selling out aside, those lively brands were shown to be incompatible.
I got insurance on my insurance. When I go hunting for what I need, it's there.
Number 19, Sour Patch Kids, Method Man.
Coming back out the cracks of sofas and fanny packs. This ain't a candy wrap, this is where the candy attack.
Wu-Tang Clan's Clifford Method Man Smith can drop sweet rhymes about anything. That includes Sour Patch Kids, however wincingly. The rapper worked with the candy brand on the single World Gone Sour, The Lost Kids, whose lyrics suggest the recklessness of disenfranchised youths.
First they're sour, then they're sweet little dudes, and they gon' fight the power to their food. Now eat 'em up.
The music video revealed that he really was just talking about mischievous CGI gummies. Although he's a fan of the treat, the edgy Method publicly admitted to being confused by the invitation to represent a product aimed at children. Just in case, the video opens with a disclaimer that it may be inappropriate for younger viewers. But despite some bitter symbolism, World Gone Sour was a relatively wholesome collab that went viral in 2011.
Sour Patch has always been one of my favorite candies, so I jumped at the opportunity.
Number 18, Nicole by OPI, Justin Bieber. While it may have been an unfair trend to bash teen pop sensation Justin Bieber, this didn't help. He capitalized on his 2009 hit single, One Less Lonely Girl, by partnering with the nail care company, Nicole by OPI.
If you let me inside of your world, there'll be one less lonely girl.
His line of gaudy nail polish featured awkward color names like Me Plus Blue, Prized Possession Purple, and Not a Gold Digger. And what does One Less Lonely Glitter even mean?
Next color, OMB, as in Oh My Bieber. A red shimmer with some gold hues.
Although Bieber's image was rarely used in the campaign, the implication that this polish was meant to impress a teenage boy is wrong on so many levels. Never mind the jokes it inspired for Bieber's critics. The joke was on them when the collection sold 1 million bottles in just 2 months. Number 17, PAO Facial Fitness, Cristiano Ronaldo. Legendary footballer Cristiano Ronaldo knows a thing or two about staying in shape. Apparently, even his iconic good looks need a workout. It's awkward enough for the Portuguese phenom to even appear in Japanese advertisements for facial fitness PAO. Never mind the creepy visual of him and other dancing actors holding the device in their teeth while it flutters about. This earned the product the dubious designation of a shake weight for your face. PAO customers did see results in facial muscle toning, albeit more subtly than the commercial suggests. Certainly, Ronaldo brought a global attention with a viral video that was its own facial workout to watch. Number 16, Carl's Jr./Hardee's, Paris Hilton.
I love Paris in the fall.
Besides her many enterprises, Paris Hilton has always been a beauty icon. That's not usually achieved by scarfing down fast food. And yet, the world was stunned by a commercial featuring Hilton hand-washing a luxury car while wearing a swimsuit and high heels. Only toward the end, she produced an oversized hamburger from the CKE restaurants chains Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. It may not seem like anyone would be looking at the food, but this 2005 campaign was a rousing success. The company would later become infamous for its risque ads, with Hilton coming back for seconds in 2014. CKE has walked back the trend, as it grew controversial and stale, though it turned heads when Hilton started it.
You missed a spot.
Everyone wants a taste of Texas. Introducing the Texas Barbecue Thick Burger.
Number 15, Psychic Friends Network, Dionne Warwick.
Welcome to the new edition of Psychic Friends Network with host Dionne Warwick.
Most importantly, we give you, the viewer, a chance to call a professional psychic.
Contacting an icon of soul proved lucrative for a business aimed at contacting spirits. In the 1990s, Dionne Warwick starred in an extensive series of infomercials by the telephone parapsychology service Psychic Friends Network.
All it takes is a telephone and an open mind.
And that's so true. So we're going to come into the audience, we're going to hand out some phones, and you can find out for yourselves. How about that?
Right.
The singer seemed to lend genuine credibility when she hosted talk show-style demonstrations. But in 2020, Warwick told The Guardian that she took the gig due to a professional rut and doubted the legitimacy of PFN. She was not the only former employee to publicly denounce their service and business model. Nonetheless, the excessive infomercials helped PFN rake in loads of customers. As for the critics, they probably didn't need to be clairvoyant to figure that Warwick wasn't a true believer. Number 14. Decon Roach Traps, Muhammad Ali.
I told you I don't want you living with roaches. Now I'm going to show you how to kill roaches where you don't want to spray, like around food and dishes.
He could float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and slay roaches. Muhammad Ali sure knocked fans for a loop as the face of Decon Roach Traps. He admitted to needing some help with fighting pests, albeit with his signature wit and humor. The TV ads were all the more surreal for the credibly self-proclaimed greatest boxer of all time, flirting with his own image on the product's box. It was pretty on brand for him, but a black athlete's endorsement of a non-sports product was novel at the time.
I can whoop anything on 2 legs, but even me, the greatest, needs help beating things with 6 legs.
This successful experiment started a trend in both advertising and Ali's own career as a spokesperson. And yet, his Decon ads still pack a punch with viral nostalgia. Number 13. Pizza Hut, Mikhail Gorbachev.
Это Горбачев.
Pizza Hut is a beloved American chain, so who in his or her right mind thought that the former leader of the Soviet Union was an appropriate pick for this? Sure, Mikhail Gorbachev and his granddaughter made for an admittedly charming pair when they appeared in this 1997 television ad, but what exactly was the marketing team thinking when they pitched this? His policies have largely been credited with bringing democracy, capitalism, and, depending on who you ask, economic ruin to the former USSR. So maybe him working alongside a capitalist mega franchise actually makes sense.
Sometimes nothing brings people together like a nice hot pizza.
But with such a divisive legacy, Mr. Gorbachev feels way too controversial a figure for this to feel like a good PR move. Number 12. Trump Steaks, Donald Trump.
We have Trump steaks. And by the way, if you want to take one, we'll charge you about, what, $50 a steak? Now,
Speaking of world leaders in food, before making a splash in governmental affairs, America's loudest businessman tried his hand at the high-end steak market. We shouldn't have been surprised. Trump will experiment with anything in the name of profit, but this one was just weird, even for him.
Trump steaks are 5-star gourmet, quality that belong in a very, very select category of restaurant.
First off, why steak? Secondly, why sell them exclusively through the Sharper image, a brand that describes itself as a purveyor of home electronics, high-tech lifestyle gadgets, and innovative gifts? Where the heck does steak fit into this picture? While Trump maintains that his steak business was strong, others cite it as one of his financial blunders.
If you like your steak, you'll absolutely love Trump steaks. Treat yourself to the very, very best life has to offer.
Number 11. Sophia Mini, Francis Ford Coppola. This isn't your typical wine named after a member of the Coppola family.
Our diamond collection, Chardonnay, is sunshine in a glass.
This particular product is a can of wine. Yes, Francis has named a reserve after himself, a lovely red after his wife Eleanor, and encouraged his granddaughter to produce an entire line of Gia by Gia Coppola wines for the family biz. But the mini version of Sophia's Blanc de Blancs somehow wound up in a tin can. Sure, you can get some of the other wines from her line in bottled format, but you can't help but assume that this dazzling pink packaging is a bit off. After all, Sophia Coppola is an incredibly talented, serious filmmaker.
We're one of the first wineries out there to put sparkling wine in a can.
Number 10. Pasta Mania, Hulk Hogan.
WCW Zone World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan. He's got Pasta Mania in the Mall of America. I want to try to get a word with him.
Ah, the glamorous world of celebrity restaurants. Chris Noth's Cutting Room, Justin Timberlake's Southern Hospitality Barbecue, and Robert De Niro's legendary Tribeca Grill. The late Terry Jean Bollea, aka Hollywood Hulk Hogan, among many more names in the ring, was never one to miss out on a celebrity cliche.
Big Bubba, you better tighten up that waistline, brother, because the Hulkster's slim and trim. I've been eating my pasta mania, and what you gonna do in the Mall of America, brother?
So, in 1995, he opened his own celebrity restaurant, Pasta Mania. It was described as a quick-serve pasta restaurant, reportedly featuring the Hulkster's favorite international pasta dishes. It lasted less than 1 year. Maybe that had something to do with the quality of the pasta. Number 9. Signature Cup Coffee, David Lynch.
It comes espresso, house roast, and decaf.
Experimental filmmaker to coffee roaster doesn't seem like the most natural transition, but when you consider the attention paid to a good cup of coffee in his series Twin Peaks, this particular product becomes easier to swallow.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. I've had, I can't tell you how many cups of coffee in my life, and this is one of the best.
Despite the fact that David Lynch's coffee was first released in 2006, it wasn't until 2012 when any sort of official commercial was filmed. During that time, however, a whole slew of fan-made Lynch-inspired commercials began to pop up. An official 2015 commercial for this mysterious brew, directed by Lynch's very own daughter, Jennifer, shows that eccentric filmmaking runs in the family.
Espresso. I wanna feel good. Coffee.
Number 8. New Super Mario Bros. 2, Penelope Cruz.
Get the coins, get the coins. Run, run, run.
Oh no!
No!
When you see commercials for video games, the actors involved are typically unknowns. Back in 1991, a commercial for the Super Nintendo featured a pre-fame Paul Rudd. Sure, massive mobile games like Game of War Fire Age got Kate Upton, but those are more the exception than the rule. Seeing an A-list celebrity casually playing Mario on a Nintendo 3DS already feels like a bit of a Twilight Zone type of viewing experience. But when we see prestige actress and beauty icon Penelope Cruz dressed up as the titular plumber, mustache and all, we officially level up in terms of weird. Add Cruz's striking similar-looking sister Monica to the mix, and you have a celebrity endorsement for the ages. Number 7. Durex JLS.
Now everyone's favourite boy band, JLS, can add a charity and their own range of condoms to their growing list of achievements.
Teaming up with Durex to release a line of condoms, the R&B group Jack the Lad Swing used their initials to spell Just Love Safe. The boxes even feature headshots of each band member. You know, just in case you'd rather stare at one of them as opposed to your actual partner. JLS have been the butt of a number of jokes since, but we suppose we can't fault them too much for trying to help promote safe sex.
I think we have a message of, no glove, no love, right? Right.
Number 6. Pop Chips, Ashton Kutcher.
I can also, without even looking, tell you whether you have an innie or an outie belly button. So my whole life is detailed. Higher, lower.
The slacker persona of actor Ashton Kutcher seemed appropriate for a potato chip brand, but in his other role as a marketing consultant for this Pop Chips campaign, he tried other, much less appropriate personas. Kutcher's commercials featured him as several comical stereotypes in mock dating videos. The bachelors included American biker Swordfish, English hippie Nigel, and the enigmatic Darl. Then there was Bollywood producer Raj, complete with brown-face makeup. This sparked major backlash from the public and Indian-American public figures.
I'm Raj, I'm a Bollywood producer, I'm looking for the most delicious thing on the planet.
Pop Chips promptly and apologetically pulled the campaign, but Kutcher has never responded to the controversy, nor has he explained his reasoning behind the other cringy skits, or what they have to do with the seldom-seen product. Number 5. I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, Ozzy Osbourne. Trying to understand the late Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, often feels like a hopeless endeavor.
What the f am I doing? I'm stuck on the Weather Channel.
Although Ozzy's onstage antics did calm with age, he confused the world with his choices, keeping us on our toes as he careened through life. The hit reality show, The Osbournes, opened the door for mainstream promotional gigs with World of Warcraft and Guitar Hero. In 2006, likely inspired by the idea of domestic Ozzy, as popularized by his reality show, I Can't Believe It's Not Butter chose him to star in a commercial.
I can't tell the difference.
It was odd and honestly a little embarrassing, but hey, Ozzy has definitely done more disturbing things. Number 4. Charmin, Kim Kardashian. Socialite and entrepreneur Kim Kardashian entered the 2010s synonymous with luxurious lifestyle. Some probably felt that went down the drain when Charmin hired her to open a public restroom facility in New York's Times Square. It was the toilet paper company's 5th year of providing this service during the holiday season. Some speculate this endorsement was the New York newcomer's way of establishing her image with her neighbors. In any case, the public was dumbfounded by the image of this glamour icon standing between two giant stuffed bears and handing out toilet paper. Whether Kardashian was right in her efforts to destigmatize the subject, the internet is still keeping up with that awkward moment. Number 3. Victoria's Secret, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is many things: a poet, an incredibly talented songwriter, and a renowned ladies' man. But the folk legend seems like the least appropriate person to be selling women's lingerie.
I see silhouettes in the window.
It's an undeniably odd pairing, but what makes this endorsement even stranger is Dylan's reputation for being reclusive and generally shunning fame. This is a man who told the Nobel Prize Committee they would not be attending the ceremony. So how Victoria's Secret ever convinced him to participate in this ad is beyond most fans. True to form, Mr. Dylan has never explained himself.
I'd give anything to be with you.
Number 2. The General Insurance, Shaquille O'Neal. We tend to be wary of car insurance companies that promote generous policies for high-risk cases through clunky animated mascots.
Use your smartphone and get an anonymous online quote right now.
The truth is that the General is generally considered a solid budget provider, so they stretch their clearly limited advertising budget to sign lovable basketball icon Shaquille O'Neal.
Get your anonymous online quote with low payments and ride with the General.
Perfect. Now let's do the free throws.
That didn't exactly make his crummy CGI scene partner less awkward. Comedian Craig Robinson even joined the campaign for an ad, which assured viewers that Shaq hadn't lost his mind.
Remember you telling us to check out the General for car insurance? We all thought you were losing it, so we left you deep in the woods? Turns out you were right about the General. I just misjudged them based on their commercials.
Sure enough, he boosted the General's business on both viral infamy and positive word of mouth. This was reflected in their commercials' improved production values over time. Of course, scoring Shaq's brand seemed like a long shot for a long time.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Hanes Beauty Mist Pantyhose, Joe Namath.
Everything looks better through Beauty Mist.
Especially your legs.
What's weirder, Bob Dylan and lingerie, or an NFL Hall of Famer teaming up with Hanes to hawk pantyhose? In the end, Joe Namath took home the win, edging out his competition by actually putting the women's clothing on himself. Athletes frequently endorse apparel and footwear, but their presence is usually used to convey strength and high performance.
Beauty mist can make my legs look good. Imagine what they'll do for yours.
In this case, however, Namath's masculinity was used to showcase the transformative power of Hanes stockings. Even his legs looked good in them. The ad caused quite the controversy in 1974, making many fans uncomfortable, but Namath should be commended for being unafraid to embrace his feminine side in a field where such a thing was unthinkable at the time. What are some other promos that caught your attention with a celebrity, and maybe not in the right way? Give us your endorsement in the comments.
You got that hot buttery crust. I need your hot buttery crust.